Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Psychic Saturday Night Live. Yeah, New Moon Edition. Tomorrow, 2:52 p.m. Eastern Time. That moon peaks in its newness, and it's a new beginning for a lot of things. It's a really good time for everybody, by the way. So welcome, welcome, welcome to this edition that will prove to offer you insight, hopefully, into what you can create for this year ahead and the wonderful new moon energy, which you can plant seeds of, create, your world for tomorrow with, that kind of stuff. We're going to talk about that. Hopefully get that tonight. So yes, 17th of January, 2026 already. My goodness. Welcome, welcome to everyone who's joining me here this evening. So I'm going to try and watch for some of these comments that come up while I'm on here, but hi, Diane. I think you're watching. Huh? Okay, I think I got this. Anyway, it is wonky times. Here in Ontario, anyway, the weather fluctuation, the temperatures are just up and down like crazy. It's like a roller coaster here. One day it's minus 15, the other day, like just yesterday, it was like minus 10, or a couple days ago it was minus 15, and today it's 0. That tells you something. The energies are also fluctuating in the same way. So just know that it's not just the weather, it's us as a collective. The energies of the weather, I think, are not only malleable and, workable by some, but they actually do respond to us and our emotions and our energies as well. There's this beautiful energetic dance happening, and that's what we live as our experience. So I think it all kind of helps, and helps each other, right? Everything helps each other. So, yeah, interesting. Not a lot of housekeeping. I do want to say up until Monday night at midnight, you still have a chance to get your year forecast at $11 off. They're still available after that, obviously, but you just won't get them at that special $11 off price. So that puts them down to $164. They're going awesome, by the way. Everybody who's getting these, I want to mention too, it doesn't say in the ad or the post, but you actually get a Zoom that you can, you get a Zoom recording rather that you can revisit throughout the year to check in on how it's all unfolding for you. 12 cards, 12 months. It's really just an amazing experience. And everybody just loves them. So if you haven't had a chance to look into and book your forecast, I highly recommend you do it, because they're just amazing. They really are. They give you a whole year's, idea of what you can expect each month as it comes along. Good times. This year, just like last year, all of this energy is really going to be supportive in bringing about new for everybody, all kinds of new for everybody. So there we are. Okay, tonight we're going to do the tarot like we always do, the brick like we always do, and tonight I'm actually called to 2 different decks again. The first one has been screaming at me for a couple of days now that we're going to do, and this is Magical Dimensions by Lightstar. Love this deck. This one and another one I have of hers, Celestial Frequencies, are really, really high vibration. They're really beautiful decks too. The artwork is just superb. And really feeling called, for whatever reason, I think because of the new moon, because of our opportunity this year for creating and manifesting incredible magical manifestations. We're working with hidden realms. We're working with, higher dimensions. We're working with subtle energies. We're working with all of these different elements. And so Colette Baron Reid's Wisdom of the Hidden Realms is our second deck tonight. Just feeling it. Okay. New moon energy is very strong. Again, it doesn't peak until tomorrow afternoon Eastern time, but I can tell you he's already packing a punch. The new moon is all about masculine energy, and it is a dark moon, and therefore we often experience things that come up from the shadows of our being to, help us deal with stuff in our world and in our lives. So sometimes that invites a little bit of assertiveness with people, or, where they're standing their grounds or putting up boundaries and things like that. Or, there's even aggressive behaviors that come out with people. Some people just can't handle the energy of the new moon very well at all. If you're really sensitive to the energy of it, it can be very prickly. I have to say, I've found it to be very prickly sometimes. The full moon is just whoosh. It's just a big old body slam. But the new moon, that's prickly energy. That's different. That's a whole different kind of vibration going on there. And it's meant to get you going in a way that is not necessarily letting go, but definitely, investing in. And so, this is going to set the tone for your year as well, beginning with this month and its new moon energy. You get a chance to really kind of say, okay, this is how I want the rest of my year to go, the rest of my new moons to follow, the rest of my months to unfold as. And so, powerful new moon time for us tomorrow. So please make some time for yourself, take some time for yourself, and make a list of all the new things that you want to experience this year, things that you haven't had a chance to experience in the previous times, or things that you've just decided you'd like to try out, or whatever. Because the moon energy right now, new moon in Capricorn, I'm not much of an astrologer. I don't really, I got enough to do. I got enough to learn and deal with. I let them stay in their lane, and they can help me out when I need them. So I go to astrologers when the time comes. But for the most part, I have a basic understanding of astrology, the planets and that kind of thing. But new moon in Capricorn tells me that, the energy of, steadfastness and moving forward and really working, applying your efforts, applying your knowledge and your wisdom and your everything, your whole being into things, or, in investing in something is very, very beneficial. Capricorn energy is very strong-willed and very solid. Capricorns, I don't know if you know any Capricorns. I actually do. And I can tell you, these are the people who get shit done. These are the people who, take care of business. They're the ones who are pushing people out of the way. Let me at it. I'm doing it. It's my job, or I'm taking care of it because you don't know what the hell you're doing. So if you know any Capricorns, you probably know that that's very, very similar to what you might encounter with them. But anyway, they're very knowledgeable, so they work with that knowledge and they just push forward with it. So that energy combined with the new moon energy rather, is really going to help us to forge forward into this year. Kind of like, the energy of horse, which is coming up in the next month or so, to really push us. So the last of the year of the snake of the the last of the year of the snake energy is leaving us. And again, we're still trickling the water out of the tub with the energy of the year completely. But nonetheless, moving into this big solid energy of horse energy, the new year. Yeah, Capricorn new moon is going to help you get there. So hopefully that made some sense to people. I really hope so. Anyway, like I said, I'm no astrologer. Anything else I need to tell them but Merlin? A lot of stuff going on in the world. I tell you that every week. I don't have to tell you that every week. You know it. If you've been, researching on the alternative media and all the places that you're going to find more truth than deception, you're going to know that there's a lot going on. Stay focused on you. Stay focused on your goals. What's uplifting to you. Try not to get caught up in all of the other stuff, but know this and know it truly. We do win. We overcome the dark times, and we actually get somewhere. This year is a catapulting year for us. It is a very powerful energy that it's catalytic in nature. It's actually going to make stuff happen. It's alchemical in nature. So yeah, don't be discouraged, even though we see some of the stuff going on. Don't be worried, and never worry. Honestly, never worry. If you could see a worry thought leave your head and head towards the thing that you're worried about, the thing or the person or whatever that you're worried about, you would do your darndest to never do that again. I'll tell you right now, because worry in and of itself is, how it feels to worry. So that's the energy you're projecting to that which you are worried about. So not a good idea. And if it's a person, chances are good, if you're worried about them, they're probably worried about themselves too. They don't need your worry. What they need is your empowerment. What they need is your healing. What they need is your strength, your courage, your compassion even. So instead of worrying about somebody who's having a hard time or a situation that's seemingly not going well, see the outcome that you want in your mind. Project a powerful energy of, strength and again, happiness, joy, health, and well-being, and all of those things, people laughing, whatever it might be, to the situation or the person, or the man or woman that you're concerned about. It's okay to be concerned about people, but when you start adding fear and that becomes worry, not good. We need to be aware of where people are and what things are doing, but you don't have to spend a whole lot of time investing your energy into dipping below the line, below that beautiful 0 point line that we always talk about. Is it here? There it is, and you can see it. I think. Well, wait a minute. I have to move my chair, I think. Just a minute. Okay. 0 point, the balance point. The balance point. I hope you can see it. I don't know. I can't even tell. Yeah, but yeah. 0 point. Anything below that. Courage. Takes a little courage to get you up to 0 point, because if you're really having a hard time, pride, anger, desire, fear, and anxiety, grief, and regret. These are the bottom, the low vibrational energies. Hates it there too. You got to get up into neutrality, trust, optimism, willingness, acceptance, forgiveness brings you up to a higher vibration. Reason and understanding. Love is at a 500 megahertz frequency. Reverence, joy is 540. Bliss and peace are at 600. Top. Yeah, that's where we want to go. That's David Hawkins' scale of emotional frequencies, whatever. The point is, folks, lots of stuff going on, lots of energies that can make you dip if you let them, if you let them. But always remember this: what you believe in, you'll be living. And that is the most important thing to remember, because it's what you're feeling about what you're living. That's what makes the next experience come to you, right? That's what makes the next experience unfold. So we want to keep our thoughts positive. We want to see the outcome. The outcome is that we move through the dark times, we move through the oppression, and we actually come out the other side smiling, laughing, joyful, and a free, sovereign being. In whatever way that looks to you, however that feels to you. If you're restricted in some area of your life and you want freedom there, that's what that sovereign being looks like, right? The one who's not bound or restricted. So there we have it. Okay. Stay positive. As we head towards February as well, we're heading towards the increasing of the light. And the first part of February is, of course, all about celebrating the light. And that's what we have to remember. We're here to celebrate the light because we are light beings, and we are a celebration of light, really and truly. You ever seen my tiniest little light bright? It's the world's smallest light bright. Is it working? Here. See that? This is us. And we have to shine. We have to shine our little lights as bright as possible and hold it for as long as possible, as much as possible. That's the key. That's how we ascend, clearing the darkness, embedding and anchoring in the light. Okay, so let's see. We're gonna cut the deck and look at this time. I'm actually on the ball. Look at this: 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords. I got to tell you, other than maybe the Death card, the Tower card, the Hangman, and perhaps, that's about it. Those ones in particular. These cards are like, the cards that people go, oh, no. This is where a lot of people are right now. They're in a place of anxiety. This is uncertainty with a whole lot of fear added in there. It's not just like, I have no idea what's going on or what's happening. It's like, oh my God, what the hell is happening now? What's happening next? And again, just like I was speaking to, you can't fall into the fear. You can't fall into the fear space, because that's going to perpetuate you experiencing more and more of that being evidence to you, right? Of things that you can be afraid of. We can't hold that fear. They want you in the fear space. That's where they want you to be, and that's not where your strength is. 9 of Swords comes in. This is the most important part, because 5 of Pentacles talks about the transition and the changing and the big changes and the transformations that are happening in the physical reality, in the grounded place, and in a material world. This is what's going on in your mind. And this is what I was talking about, facing fears. The 9 of Swords is a card that really does speak to that. Facing fears and confronting those things in your mind that can really take you down, immobilize you, and paralyze you, really freeze you, right? And so that's where a lot of people are. And that combination right there is just, it can be deadly. It can be deadly. So that's why Spirit comes in to say, you don't have anything to worry about. It's okay. We make it through. We're going to be just fine. It might not look like it. It might not feel like it. It might look like a giant poop show right now. It certainly does in some areas of the world. But fret not, folks. Fret not. Because we're stuck, right? We can't see the forest for the trees, really. And that's the point. So, cutting the deck one more time. There's that 5 again. But what happens next? 6 of Swords. Oh, now that can be a traveling card for some where you're taking a journey. But mostly here. The journey of the mind that is into new territory, right? It's a place, it's a journey of, solitude. It's a wonderful opportunity to be empowered, to be surely, calm, cool, and collected on your journey, right? Being in this place of 6 energy, again, is also very much about getting what you have worked hard for as well as just earned or deserved anyway. So 6 is a powerful card, and the 5 coming after or coming first is, you can see things are shifting. So let's see what goes on next shuffle, and then we're going to pull the 3. Just saying to somebody, these cards, boy, they have definitely. Doing one more. One more. All right. Okay, Merle, got it. Look at this. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles again and Page of Swords. Page of Swords comes in. It's about ideas, right? So as you're taking this journey mentally into new spaces, new territory, and reclaiming your sovereignty and your thoughts and all of those things, Spirit's going to inspire you. You're going to find that there are things that come to you in, on the air, in the air, whatever. They're all just sort of there. So now we're going to pull them. Sorry. I got lost in my communication here for a moment there, you guys. Sorry. All right, it's all good. Here we go. Pulling the cards around, fanning them out like we always do. Mind, body, and spirit. And that one was the second one. Okay, and this one over here is the third. All right, mind, body, and spirit. Here we go. Yeah. 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands, this is Jason, by the way. Finally getting to a place where he's like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'll go get the golden fleece for you. I'll do it. I'll take that mission, and I will absolutely take you up on that opportunity to be a hero. In our minds, this is where we're at. We have done so much work, especially over the last year, joining me on, Psychic Saturday Night Lives most of the time that we've been here. But the fact is that everybody's been doing a lot of work on themselves, in their minds, to get themselves to a better place. Because the last 5 years have been really geared to, taking us into those deeper, darker, lower vibrational places, right? So in this regard, the mind card says, you know what? You've got this. You can take up the challenge for yourself. You can certainly, look at the mission and say, I got this. I can do this. No matter what shows up, I'm going to be strong in my mind space. I'm going to be together in my awareness, in my wholeness of myself, and I'm going to forge forward. I'm going to actually move forward in a way that is going to help me win, right? Going to help me achieve my goals and accomplish my mission. Very powerful card. Love this. Love Jason. The story of Jason and the Argonauts going for the golden fleece is one of my favorite stories. So that's the mind space, right? And where we are in this, the 4 is a number of completion. It means that you've got everything you need all together. All of it is a perfect unit for you. Go forward in your thoughts to, take on the challenge. This word comes up a lot this week for some reason. So challenge is, obviously something that people are really working with, or it's in the collective very prominent right now. I always say the same thing about the word challenge. It's all about perspective. It's about what you're facing it, and it's what you're facing and how you perceive it, or how you are really, regarding it for yourself. And challenge can be challenging things, and challenges can be anything from a really good crossword or word find to, as I've said this week a number of times, climbing Mount Everest. Again, it's all about the, what your accomplishment would be, like what it is you're facing. But if you were to look at it, some people look at crosswords and go, oh my God, I can't do that. And yet they look at Everest and go, yeah, let's give it a whirl, see what happens. It really is individual. And so it's important where we are in our minds and what we see as something that we can do and achieve for ourselves. And that's the thing. If Jason didn't think that he was capable of winning back the golden fleece, he would have never taken on that journey, I'm quite sure. So we are capable of winning back the golden fleece, and we are going to do it. And how we do it, this has come up already, I think this year, once before, but in the body space, strong as we are, the King of Swords. Now, that's technically a mind card because it is the mental plane that you're dealing with when you're talking about the swords. But in this way, it's about being in a sovereign place, right? An absolute sovereign place where, you know, your authority is everything. You hold your authority with the mind space, but in the material world, right? In your world. You're not getting rocked. You're not going, not going to be unbalanced. You're not going to be thrown off kilter. You're literally holding your own as you venture onto this new mission, whatever it may be, whatever this new journey looks like for everyone involved this year. So hold true to your physical reality, your mental, experience, your material experience in the mental way of, I got this. I can handle this no matter what it is. Bring it. I'm good. We can do this. It's all good. And Spirit's going to come in and do exactly what Spirit always does and validates for us that they're with us along the journey and they see what it is we're doing, where we're going and what we're dealing with, and they're going to support us in it. This is the Eight of Pentacles, and this card is one of two cards I often refer to in the Pentacles as work cards. Now, the Three of Pentacles is the other one, and it's come up for people a lot recently because there's a lot of changes in career happening for people as well. I've noticed in the readings I've been giving, people stepping into their true purpose, their true role, like what it is exactly. Like Jason is supposed to do the hero journey, right? Like, where are you going to shine the most? Where's your glory coming from, right? And this is where people are really stepping into this. This year is going to be a big year for that for people. Leaving behind the constructs of old jobs that just don't serve them or suit them anymore and moving into these wonderful places. And so the Eight is a card that speaks to that, moving into those places that serve your soul, that are, not the Three of Pentacles in terms of, what you're there to make a paycheck from. This is what you're really here to do, the work you're really here to do for your soul and for Source. This is a powerful card, and this is where Spirit's going to come in big time for all of us this year and push us in that direction to really serve our souls, serve ourselves, and serve the Source. I know that sounds like we're leaving out some people, but we're supposed to leave out some people. Our focus has to come back to the one. This is a 1 year. And as we focus on the one that we are technically taking care of the one that everybody else is, that we are a part of. And the one that we all eventually head home to. So this is a really powerful card. And that right there is a message from Spirit that says, we're going to help you live your passions. We're going to help you live your soul's missions. Because that's what we're all here doing. And it doesn't really matter what the job is that you're doing it through. Not everybody's going to do spiritual work. But whatever it is that makes your soul sing, that's what you're supposed to be doing. And that's where you're going to be really serving humanity the most. Absolutely. So, Four of Wands in the mental space says, accept the mission, go ahead. Take on that journey and say, you can do this because you've got this. The King of Swords says in the material world as well as the physical world, in a mental place, you've got this. You can handle it. Whatever's coming, whatever's going on, you got this. We can take care of business here. And the Eight, of course, says Spirit's with us all along the journey here. And that means that they're going to help us to live our passions and to do exactly what it is we came here to do. And that is to light this planet up, light ourselves up, and in turn, light the planet up through that experience. So let's have a boo at the brick and see what the brick's got to say today and for us this week. It's been really good this week, too, for people in their readings. Been just doing its job, cementing in whatever it is we're meant to know and whatever message you're meant to walk away with. And so here, and that's this one. Look at this picture. Do that? Beyond. I know there's a glare. Now there's a glare. Now we've got to deal with the glare. I tried to put the lamps on, turn these pot lights off, because they're just so... Didn't work out. It was going to be too dark. So anyway, we'll have to get a little light or something fixed up here, because, not that I don't mind, a little intimacy and it's all, but, nobody wants the glare. Now that you can see it perfectly and, right way round, you don't want the glare. So beyond. Today I lift my consciousness above all worldly illusions. I remember the power I have in every situation. I always have a choice in how I respond. Today I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. You can't make that up. Look at the picture too. Just Incredible. Okay. So, I know you can't see it for the stupid glare. All right. Bear with me. Because I still work out all these quirks and whatever else is. Yeah. Not much of a techie girl. This is my bag right here. This is my gig. This stuff I can do very well. That stuff, the techie stuff, I'm not so great yet. Not so great at yet. Okay. So here we have it. Magical Dimensions, Oracle Cards and Activators by Lightstar. Lightstar. Yep. Lightstar. Love her work. Really, really cool. She's a channel. She does all kinds of really cool... what is going on with these cards? Really cool stuff. Anyway, we're all messed up. Okay. Shuffle twice, Merlin says. Shuffle twice. That's once. And twice. Let's see if I can see some comments or something there. Okay, I don't want to miss anything. Sorry if people say things. I get them afterward. I always watch them afterward. Just to make sure everything went well. You know. Because I don't always remember what I talk about. I don't always know what I'm coming in with either, by the way. So, all right. Now, oh, what the heck, go ahead. All right. I don't know how many shuffles it was. I'm lost in space, folks. Here we have it. Interesting. Releasing. Now, technically, try and get that whole card in there for you. All right. So technically, this last 24 hours, not even, what do we got? 12, 15, 18 hours or whatever it is, until that new moon peaks. We are still dealing with the last of the full moon energy. So we still have the last of the trickling of the water out of the tub, as it were, of energy leaving. So we can still use releasing energy just before the new moon of, boom, planting energy comes in. Just know, it's nothing set in time or stone for that matter, but just as it happens, it's a really good time for releasing, purification, spiritual cleansing, and letting go, as it says here in this card. So let's look at number 32 right here. It says, releasing resonates to physical and spiritual clearing. This sacred ray imbues a healing and cleansing nature that is supportive of one's purification and inspires the power of inward reflection. Abundant with restorative but emetic light, this uplifting ray bathes the spirit, eradicates negativity, replenishes depleted energy, and returns the soul's power to its rightful state of absolute joy and passion. So the oracle interpretation is release and let go of all old programs while the time is good. Garbage truck's coming. Put your stuff to the curb. You know what I'm saying? Purify your worries, toxic thoughts, beliefs, and woes of the past to make way for the new. Perfect timing. Although this may seem like a challenge, this situation needs a more clear outlook and a rejuvenated state of being. This may also signify an opportunity to release a toxic situation. It's time to clean house. A lot of people are doing a lot of uncluttering and decluttering and stuff. That's also very, very good for right now. Don't worry, though. After the purging and the spiritual cleanup is over, the new energies will be pouring forth and you'll be uplifted. You'll feel uplifted and energetic. The companion crystals are clear quartz and aqua aura. Clear quartz is really, really good to have on you because it's an amplifier energy, and aqua aura is it's a titanium blasted stone. It's pretty cool, but you know, they're not always easy to come by. So, but anyway, you can always ask for the spirit of aqua aura to be with you, and it will. And the essential oil is hyssop. Awesome. What a beautiful card that is. All about releasing, purification, and all that other stuff inside. Okay. And the wisdom of the hidden realms. Colette Baron Reed. You're familiar with Colette? She's a homegirl here. She's originally from Toronto. I don't know if she's not living in Florida now or something, but anyway. Love her energy. We just did something from her not long ago, I believe. Although I don't remember what it was at the moment. I'm off in space today. It's terrible. Okay. 2 shovels? All right. Yes, 2 shovels. 1 more, Brenda, he says. Okay. I haven't played with these cards in a while, so it's nice to have them. It's nice to have them. Okay. Here we go. I don't want to pick 2. I just want to pick 1. This one then. Cool. Oops. The Swan Queen. Transformation, intuition, and patience. Now there's another word that seems to be popping up with people this week. Patience. Patience is a virtue. Acquire it if you can. Seldom found in women and never in a man. Sorry. That's an oldie, and it's a goodie, because we know it's probably true. The fact is, patience is often regarded as something that takes a lot of effort to have, right? It's like, oh my God, I don't have any patience. I just can't do it. But you know what? Calm endurance is really the definition of patience. And I got to say that calm endurance is something everybody can do. Everybody has that. We can do this. Slow and steady wins the race. And you know what? Let's face it. We rush around far too much. Everybody is bolting here and rushing there and doing this and doing that. It's time to calm yourself down and just move at a nice, easy, steady pace, and that's really important for us. That's how transformation happens. It doesn't always come in spurts. Sometimes the most powerful transformation is a gradual process that just continues, right? Steadfast. Swan Queen. There we go. Okay. Swan Queen, ally. She glides your way and asks that you look at your reflection in the events of your life. She gives you the ability to see the beauty that has transformed your life from ignorance to wisdom. The Swan Queen lets you know that it's time to go within and seek the answers in your own intuition. Don't look outside yourself for answers now. The true power lies reflected in the still waters within you. Now is the moment to meditate and ask for a vision. The power of psychic perception is inherent in you, and the Swan Queen will help you dive deep into your query to find the answers that you seek. This is also a reminder that to allow time to transform ideas into reality, nothing happens overnight. But seeds can be planted through the night, and all kinds of gestation can begin at that time. The challenger part of this card, so if she's an ally for you, that's what your message was. But if she's challenging you, she appears to challenge you. It's time to stop doubting your inner voice. Don't let your analytical mind prevent you from seeing the miracles that Spirit places in front of you. Another message the Swan Queen shows you in the mirror of your life is your fear of change. Why fear what's inevitable? Everything in life changes and transforms from one moment to the next. Holding on to the past only distorts and mangles the natural order of things. If you can, in spite of your fear, be gentle with yourself and allow for change. Only beauty will come of it. Most important, a shift in perspective is what's called for now. These cards. Love these cards. Okay, what a great read this night, right? What a great read. So, again, we're accepting the challenge of, whatever it is that's coming for us and whatever we want for ourselves in the coming year, in the coming time. So plant the seeds for the new moon tomorrow and decide for yourself what it is you want to see come about through this year for you. The King of Swords says, hold that mental space in a physical reality for yourself. Keep your material world strong here so that you can see what it is you're creating for yourself. Because when you're strong in that vision of what it is you're looking to manifest, it comes very quickly. If there's nothing to prevent it or hinder it or distort it in any way, it's good. It's good. It comes very, very quickly. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere between 72 to 96 hours, you can see evidence of your manifestation physically beginning to appear. If you hold steady and you hold true to that visualization of what you're wanting, right? What it is you're wanting. Spirit says that's your passion. That's your role really here, and they're going to help you to do that, right? Because your job is to come here and create a new world for ourselves, for everyone, right? For Mother Earth to live as, and all of those things. And so that's what we're here for. And that's what makes our souls sing, because deep down inside, we all know that that's where the joyous life that we all seek is, in that beautiful, extraordinary creation of the world that we're here to create. Transformation, intuition, and patience. Calm endurance. Remember, slow and steady wins the race. Oh, yeah, beyond. Remember, beyond. Lifting our consciousness above all worldly illusions. We're bigger than that. Remembering the power we have in every situation, having a choice in how we respond. Today, I choose to turn my thoughts towards God. By focusing my awareness beyond the illusions of the material world, I experience simplicity and peace. Peace. Remember where peace is? It's like 600 megahertz. And the releasing card from magical dimensions, excuse me. purification. Clean out all that stuff that doesn't serve, right? Let go, declutter. A lot of that going on right now for people. We want to start the new year, fresh and clean and clear and all of these wonderful things. And so, I highly recommend people look into getting clearings as well, or doing your own clearing, clearing your energy all the time. It's very important because a lot of stuff gets globbed onto us. So that being said, all right. And I always love, it's warm in here tonight. I always love sharing time and light with everyone here. It's always such a good time in the Psychic Saturday Night world. Yeah. So once again, namaste. I honor the place in you where the light dwells. And when you're in that place in you, and I'm in that place in me, together we're one light, one beautiful being. One is the key. It's the focus for everyone this year, right? One is the year, the energy of the year, and it's all about initiations, fresh starts, new beginnings. It's exciting. And what does that take us to? Home, to the collective that we are, coming back to oneness that we're meant to go home to the one where we came from. So thanks again for joining me on Psychic Saturday Night Live. Namaste. Until next time, see you.